Good morning, everybody. We are from Devi Mahalakshmi Polytechnic Titwada, Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology. Semester 5th, subject Software Testing. Subject code 22518. Myself, Miss Anita Shirture. Now I am going to tell about the chapter number 2, types and levels of testing. In previous video, we have discussed about the types of testing. There are 5 types of testing. The first is unit testing and system testing and integration testing. We have learned about unit testing, performance, integration testings, and learning outcome of this video, performance testing. These are 2 techniques are involved in the performance testing. First is load testing and stress testing. After the learning of load testing and stress testing, we will discuss about the difference between load testing and stress testing. Now, in the next slide, performance testing. Then, first we will see what is the performance testing. Performance testing is a non-functional testing techniques. It is a performed to determine the system parameters in the terms of responsiveness and the stability under the various workload. It measures the quality attributes of the system such as scalability, reliability and the resource uses. It is designed to test the runtime performance of software within the context of an integrated system. It occurs throughout all steps in the testing process. In next slide, we will discuss about the now why performance testing is used in the system. Then, the first is the identifies problems early on before they become costly to resolve. Why use this sentence in this performance testing? Because whenever you have to find out the earlier problems, that times they becomes the costly to resolve. So that's why they identify the problems early on the before they becomes in the costly to resolve. Second is the reduces development cycles. Third is the to produce the better quality, more scalable code. Whenever you have to produce the better quality, that times you have to get the more scalable codes. That's why you have to give the better quality in your customer. Fourth is the prevents the renew and credibility loss due to the poor website performance. Whenever you are giving the poor website performance, that times you have to prevent the revenue and credibility loss. And fifth is that enables the intelligent planning for the future expansions. In the performance testing is the enables the intelligent planning for the future expansion. Whenever you have to giving the multiple choices or your customer, that times your futures is bright for that. So that's why you have to enable the intelligent planning for the future expansions. And the number 6 is to ensure that the system meets the performance expectation such as the response time, throughput, etc. under the given levels of the load. You had to ensure about that the systems meets the performance expectations. You have to achieve the expectation, achieve your performance, and as well as the expose the bugs that do not surface in cursory testing, such as the memory management bugs, memory leaks, buffer overflow. These are the memory management bugs, memory leaks and buffer overflow is do not surface in the cursory testings. Whenever you have to giving the better performance in the customer to the customer, that times you have to some factors that governs the performance testing. Some factors are used in the performance testing. So the first is the throughput, second is the response time, third is the tuning, and fourth is the benchmarking. These four factors are used in the performance testing. So now first, throughput. Why throughput is used in the performance testing? The capability of a product to handle the multiple transactions in a given period. Whenever you have to create the one product, this product's capability is too good because it's the handle the multiple transactions in a given periods. It's called as the throughput. Throughput represents the number of requests business transactions processed by the product in a specific time durations. Whenever you have to give in the some specific time duration for the for executions of your product, that time the throughput is represent the number of requests business transactions processed. So that's why the throughput is the main important parts in the performance testing. As well as the number of the concurrent users increases, the throughput increases almost the linearly with the number of requests. Whenever you have to giving the number of requests, and that times you have to uh, then the next factor is the response time. It is equally important to find out how much each of the transaction took to complete, and it is defined as the delay between the point of request and the first response from the products. It's called as the response time. Whenever customers giving the request for making the product, that times and between the first response from the products, this distance is called as the response times. And next is the tuning. It is the procedure by which product performance is enhanced by setting the different values to parameters of the product. Tuning improves the product performance without having to touch the source code of the products, and it's called as the tuning. And fourth factor is benchmarking. It is very well improved performance of a product makes no business sense if that the performance does not match up to the competitive products. A careful analysis is needed to chalk out the list of transactions to be compared across the products so that an apple comparisons becomes the possible. This one. Now, the performance testing methodology. There are the 7 methodologies are there. The methodology adopted for the performance testing can vary widely, but the objective of the performance testing is remain the same. Figure shows there are 7 methodology are used in the performance testing process. The first is the identify testing environment. Second, identify the performance acceptance criteria. Third, plan and design. Fourth, configuring the test environment. Fifth, implement test design. Sixth, run the test and analysis, tune and retest. First is identify your testing environment. Know your physical test environment, production environment, and what testing tools are available. Understand the details of the hardware, software, and network configuration using during the testing. Before you begin the testing process, it will help tester create the more efficient test. It will also help identify possible challenges that testers may encounter during the performance testing procedure. Number second, to identify the performance acceptance criteria. This includes the goals and the constraint for the throughputs, response times, and the resource allocations. It is also necessary to identify the project success criteria outside of these goals and constraints. Testers should be empowered to set the performance criteria and goals because often the project specification will not include a wide enough variety of the performance benchmarks. Sometimes there may be none at all. When possible, finding a similar application to compare to is a good way to set the performance goals. Number third, plan and design performance test. Determine how usage is likely to vary amongst end users and identify the key scenarios to test for all possible use cases. It is necessary to simulate a variety of end users, plan performance test data, and outline what metrics will be gathered. Fourth is the configuring the test environment. It is prepare the testing environment before the execution. Also arrange tools and other devices. Fifth is the implement test design. Create the performance test according to your test design. Number 6, run the test, execute it and monitor the test. And number 7. Now, the advantages of performance testing. First is assess the whether a component of a system complies with a specified performance requirement. And second is it compares the different systems to determine which system is the perform. Now, four techniques are used in the performance testing are as the load testing, stress testing, soak testing. Load testing checks the application ability to perform the under anticipated user's load. The objective is to identify the performance bottlenecks before the software application goes live. It is a software testing techniques used to examine the behavior of a system when subject to both normal and the extreme expected load condition. It is a type of non-functional testing. The performance testing is a non-functional testing. So obviously it is the load testing is also a type of the non-functional testing. Some examples of the load testings are the downloading a series of large files from the internet, running multiple applications on a computer or the server simultaneously, assigning many jobs to a printers in a queue, and subjecting a server to a large amount of traffic. Advantages of load testing. First is it will also prevent the software failures because it can predict how the systems will react when it is given a large loads of files and large amounts of tasks. So it is prevent the software failures because he have already known about how the system will react when it is given a large load of files and large amount of tasks. So it is load testing will also prevent from the software failures. And next is we will be able to protect your investment because this kind of testings allows you to have ideas of the scalability and the performance of your software. Third is it will expose the bugs such as undetected memory overflow and the memory management bugs in your system. Load testing enables you to increase your uptimes in your internet system. Load testing can do this because it spots bottlenecks even before they happen in actual environment. And next is stress testing. It is designed to determine the behavior of the software under the abnormal situation. In this, the test cases are designed to execute the system in such a way that abnormal conditions arise. It is running the software under the less than ideal conditions, low memory, low disk space, low CPUs, slow models, and so on. The objective is to identify the breaking point of an application. It involves testing the applications under the extreme workload to see how it handles the high traffic or the data processing. This testing is identify how it handles high traffic or the data processing. So it's called as the stress testing. Some examples of the stress testing is the running several resources. Whenever multiple resources are running at a time, that times the stress testings are occurring. Then flooding a server with useless email messages. These examples everyone knows because multiple useless emails or SMS is put on your email ID also. So it is the flooding server, and whenever it's create the floods on your server, that time create a threat, and so its testing is held to prevent this situation. And then making numerous concurrent attempts to access a single website. After that, attempting to infect a system with a virus, Trojan, spyware or other malware. Now, difference between load testing and stress testing. Load testing is meant to test the system by constantly and steadily increasing the load on the system till the time it reaches the threshold limit. And stress testing. Under stress testing, various activities to overload the existing resources with excess jobs are carried out in an attempt to break the system down. Number second, load testing. The goal of load testings are to expose the defects in an application related to buffer overflow, memory leaks and mismanagement of memory. The second in the stress testing, the goal of the stress testing is to analyze post-crash report to define the behavior of an application after the failure. Number third, in the load testing, help us to determine the reliability of the application and help us to observe the stability of the application. Number fourth difference is the main parameter to focus is response time, and in stress testing is the superset of load testing. Number 6 is testing is the application for a given load requirement. And the last difference in the stress testing is the application for unexpected. Thank you.